Welcome back to the WatchTower Film Podcast, the film review podcast on the TOWERCAST network by cinema lovers for cinema lovers.
Yes, it is.
We're back. Merry Christmas! Happy holidays!
Happy holidays!
This is dropping on Christmas Day. So
wait, are we doing Christmas Eve or Christmas Day?
Christmas Day because it's on
That's
it's
why
on
we're
Monday.
drinking classical.
We are indeed.
Schmognog.
They may or may not be spiked.
Dude, I'm on my second one.
Merry Christmas!
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Hey, when you drink that careful, you might shoot your eye out, kid.
You might shoot your eye out entirely because today we're talking about the one and only.
One of my favorites.
One of your favorites?
My
Yeah,
honest
mine too.
favorite.
Your honest favorite. This was the last pick. We're talking about A Christmas Story.
Wait, what
Director
are you
Bob
holding?
Clark.
What are you holding?
A VHS.
The VHS.
The young kids might not know
Oh,
what that
I'm
is.
sorry. You're right. This
Yeah,
is.
why are you
true.
holding a Lego with pictures on it?
I like all the pictures.
Oh, box?
Yeah, man. It's got like tape in it. You know, like tape.
Man, Carlos is so old. He's probably like 25.
Dude, that's gonna happen to us, and you guys are not gonna be laughing. Okay,
Yeah.
we're talking about Bob Clark's A Christmas Story, a classic since the '80s. I don't know why I don't know why I thought this thing was older, but it really
Yeah,
was.
did
I
I.
think it was.
It's
So did
'cause
you?
It was meant to look that way. Yeah.
So
Well, yeah,
it's
it's set in the 40s. It's set in 1940.
But what year was it? 80?
It was made in 82, 83.
83.
83. 84. It was released in
83.
84.
Well,
It's
IMDb
younger
says
than
80.
Airplane.
Well, the box says 84.
The Lego box.
I know this probably came out a
Adjusting
year
the
later,
line.
right? Because it's a VHS.
Cool, something real quick. Was that around Back to the Future?
That was after Back to the Future.
84
It's
was
hit the B square.
82, no, Back to the
82,
Future was
right?
82.
Oh, okay, my bad.
I think.
Back to the Future.
Hit the B
So I remember it was 84 or 82.
85.
85.
Oh, wow. Okay, so it's a little bit older.
Yeah.
Fame.
Wait, why are we talking about Back to the Future?
Don't need a credit card. To
Just my weird thoughts.
That's the power of love.
Wait, gosh, so this came out the same decade that you were born.
Wow.
Putting me on blast? Okay, I'm the last year of that daycare, right? Let's have that.
Well, I'm just
I'm
saying.
an 89 guy.
89 was a fine year.
89 was a fun year.
It's a fun year.
Cocaine will help drug.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug. Christmas Story, a family film.
Yeah, touch that.
Dalal, why this?
Are you kidding me? This
Why
is
this? Tell us why.
This is quintessential Christmas. Like we talk
Gotta
about.
hold the feelings box while you talk about it.
Okay, today on Show and Tell, I brought my favorite film of all time.
No, this is like the quintessential. This is my camera, Austin. I am looking into my camera. For those wondering. Hi. Are you all
Oh, in
sweaty?
case you don't know,
I'm
because
gonna zoom in on that, like
Yeah.
really
Yeah,
tight.
I really
Just-
stayed there. Hi.
and in case you don't know, because I didn't introduce anybody, this is Mr. Michael Dalal.
Hi, Michael. Where's Della? Oh,
This is Mr. John Eric Castro over
Hi.
here,
How you guys doing?
offering an acting perspective, offering a cinematography perspective. Mr. Austin Young in the back.
why does that look like a hockey jersey? Like your
Is
sweater?
it that big? Jeez.
Yeah, I think so.
And I'm your humble film servant, Carlos de la Torre.
Offering us a writing, directing perspective.
Sometimes.
And a tall
And
elf perspective.
Tall elf
And
perspective.
the tall elf perspective this time around.
Yeah.
Who gave you that sweater?
Sandra, probably.
Wow. Weird.
She made me wear it for Christmas last year, so.
I don't know, is it like a compliment or is it a...
I think
Like,
it's just
isn't
a
that
play on the
gross?
fact that he's so freakishly tall. you
He's
know?
not that tall.
He's not. I'm taller than
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm taller than him.
Look at this one.
Hey, I'm 5'11", okay, and proud.
But on Tinder, you're 6 foot.
No, I commit to
little
5'11", you know, like.
It's a little dicky.
Yeah, it's a little
reference.
dicker.
If you watched any of the things
Yeah, dude. Like all the references and all
Okay,
the
anyway, I
recommendations.
picked this film because this is my episode
There we go.
for
Take ownership.
Christmas. Yeah,
Dude, this film
we
is
why? Tell
basically
us
your
why.
family.
This is the quintessential Christmas film. Why?
This is a Christmas story
There's a
Christmas.
reason TBS shows it all day on Christmas.
all day long.
There's
By
multiple
the way,
stations that show it all day on
No,
Christmas.
but they're all Warner Brothers affiliates.
And this is MGM.
Coincidental. No,
MGM
like,
is owned by Sony.
I mean, it has the name. I think well deserving. A Christmas Story. Yeah, no, it's a Christmas story. It's so
It's
Christmas.
not. It's a Christmas story. That's not the.
the
not
Christmas
the-
story. No, I watch it every year. I watch it multiple times on the same day because of the fact that like they have it playing
I have to
constantly.
ask you, because to me, is this the most watched movie you've ever seen?
I mean, on a technicality,
Me
maybe.
too. That's what I'm thinking. Like, I've
Yeah.
probably seen this thing so many times.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of another, probably Shawshank Redemption, but yeah.
What
all
is
right.
that?
You've never seen Shawshank Redemption?
Bro.
According to my professor, I have. But that was a rough finals week. No, I haven't.
Wow.
But anyway, yeah,
But
we've all seen this
A
many
Christmas
times.
Story. Everybody's
My
seen
brother's
it.
favorite film.
Yeah, and it's so Christmas, but I think we touched upon it last episode. Oh yeah, it's so American Christmas. Like if you're gonna tell somebody
absolutely.
like
Absolutely.
what an American Christmas looks like
Yeah.
and what it is for family and kids and all that kind of stuff, the whole like the parades, the Christmas dinner, decorations.
Yeah.
Your father just, like
Yeah.
being on the edge of killing somebody.
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know, it's just got everything for me. It has this weird type of nostalgia. Like, even though it's based around the 40s, like, I feel like all of us look at little moments and think,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah,
oh,
you-
that's me. Except me.
Well,
This is me. Like,
it's meant. Okay, cinema's meant to be a mirror most times. If you've met Mr. Delal's family, this is
Hi, Mom.
this is scary. Hi,
Mom.
This is Delal's
Yeah.
family.
yeah, no, I mean, there's so much. I'll make some anecdotes while we talk about it. But, like, the whole Chinese for, like, Christmas.
You guys go eat Chinese food for Christmas
every year. I don't know, like just every part of it. Like I know the more we talk about it, I'll be like, oh yeah, that's what my dad
But I
does.
can't see that. Like, how big is your family?
It's exactly that. He has one brother and then the two parents.
And you guys just go to a Chinese restaurant, order the Christmas special.
Yeah,
The duck.
The duck.
yeah. We order. We'll go and we'll order like the takeout trays, and then we'll go home and we'll have Chinese.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're not monsters. We're not gonna stay there because
I mean, those workers get lonely,
okay, then you go with it.
Just like,
No,
They like to sing rah 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 rah.
Can we say that? That doesn't feel right. Get Bobby on the phone.
Everybody, let me get Bobby on
Get
the
Bobby's
phone.
mom on the phone.
Let me get him on the phone.
It's so quintessential.
Okay.
Like I feel
Quintessential's a word today.
quintessential.
What do you want to give your rating, pal?
We'll end with me. Let's
Okay.
let's go clockwise, starting from Austin Young.
Howdy.
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 This is a film.
This is a pretty great Christmas film.
It's
Christmas.
This is the film, actually.
Crispimas?
yeah. No one's gonna get that reference. Look them
Yeah.
up.
Google it.
Yeah, Google it, kids.
Crispy
yeah.
Miss. I'm gonna tell him.
Quizmas.
That's when he
Christmas.
comes to town. Crispimas.
Yeah.
Shout out to Quispy Sprite. And what's his podcast?
Stable connection.
Shout out to Stable Connection.
If you like anything pro wrestling, the Stable Connection.
Anyways.
Our friends.
Anyways, Krampus.
No, not Krampus.
Quispy. Anyway,
Christmas.
Yeah, Austin.
Christmas.
I mean, it's Christmas.
So we're doing
and
two ratings, right?
We're watching this film. Oh man, I just realized this is gonna drop the day that it's everywhere. Like this is gonna be.
Yeah,
like,
it's great.
Yeah, it's gonna
Showing
be like
them, right?
after watching this thing 50 times, like my family's about to do. Yeah, then come and see.
Ne-
it.
Don't
Next-
they start airing it like
Yeah,
on the
like
24th,
24/7 for like.
The 24th
Guys, next
at like
year-
11.
8 p.m. or something?
Next year, this film turns 40.
So do you,
Yeah.
Costro.
My God. Yeah.
That beanie probably.
Oh dang! Hey, come on.
No, next Christmas I want you to have that really long beanie.
Oh man, I was telling everybody that like I love this whole like long
Uncle,
beanie thing.
uncle.
Yeah, I want the extra long like to the floor beanie so bad. Like I just want it to be this long.
You'll get there.
Slanky.
You know-
I still got time.
Still good.
Ratings,
Ratings.
pal.
For a Christmas film, it's a 10. It's my second favorite
It's
Christmas
still, yeah,
film.
right? It's like you got to compare it
Yeah.
to this one.
Yeah, it's my second favorite. Behind Grinch.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And then as a film,
Give it a solid, 7.
okay, that's fair. 10
As
and
a
a
film,
7.
7.
7, 11.
7-11.
Me? Man, I love this film, dude. It's so relatable in so many aspects. Like,
Yeah.
the
Were you the
characters,
bully
like-
or were you the kid that got pushed
No,
over?
no, man. But I had a family like that.
Living in Indiana.
The problems they had, dude.
Oh, snowed in.
Hey, it's what we wanted as kids,
Yeah.
okay?
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Anyways. All right.
No, I'll give it an 8 for Christmas and a 10 for cinema.
Wow.
What the fuck?
What?
I'm sorry, Mom. Don't listen to me. That was not.
That was the eggnog talking.
Somebody get the
Yeah.
soap.
I know. Oh man, I said the F dash 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 word. I'm so sorry.
Wow.
Really?
10 for cinema.
Yeah.
Why? Why? What?
I know.
Now I
That's-
got your attention, huh?
yeah.
No. I'll give it a.
Oh,
you're gonna
he's
change it?
joking,
No,
thank
it's
God.
too late.
No, this guy. No.
What
I
did
mean,
I do?
this guy. With his eggnog.
With his noggy.
Hey,
No, yeah, I like all the quotable things from this
Yeah,
film.
yeah.
Like, you should try out, kid.
Yeah.
Just so many
The
things
school
about
bully.
this film. Yeah, like I even tried the whole thing with the tongue and the.
And
I was the guy.
everybody did.
you
it.
were that guy.
Yeah, I got paid. No, but
Did he
yeah,
get
man.
stuck?
I mean,
Did he get stuck?
kind of. I just kind of acted just so it's like you get paid, you know.
So was it like the longer you stood there, the more you got paid?
I did it for the ladies.
Yeah, there's a couple ladies.
a couple honeys. It was the teacher. One of them was the teacher.
No, but I'll give it an 8.5 for Christmas and probably like a
8.5 for Christmas.
7 for cinema. Because I mean, I don't know. I gotta hear
Fair.
you guys.
Fair.
Carlos Delatore, M. Delatore. That's for Mitch.
That's for I may be dead inside because I don't know. I can see this film. Whenever. And during Christmas time, obviously, it's like, yeah, throw it on in the background.
It's a classic.
It is. I don't know that I have. I know I've kind of noted Elf as my favorite Christmas movie, and then I talk a lot about Christmas with the Cranks and kind of those films that I kind of Krampus
When you get crump.
when I get grump. But this was something that was just always around. It felt like a family member that was going to visit during the holidays. You just knew it was coming. And it's entirely quotable. It's completely quotable. A lot of memorable moments. My favorite kind of parts of the film are
I'm trying to think of my favorite quotes. But
for me, the voiceovers and the cutaways. Anytime we cut away to the fantasy kind of aspects of whatever's happening, him shooting the robbers with the gun, him fantasizing
we've
about.
all had that fantasy, right? We're like,
But they're so funny. Like they're like adult funny almost. Like they're funny.
the humor still holds.
I don't know that I would call this the universal Christmas film. And for the life of me, I can't peg one down. But I remember, I don't know. I guess I probably something on like the Santa Claus or
Really? With
Tim Allen.
Allen,
I
that's a
got
classic.
that magical feeling, a little more than you know why? Because I think growing up, especially when I was falling in love with film, anything that was too grounded felt like I don't want to watch that. I'm not gonna waste 2 hours on something I can live.
I could have done this.
Yeah, I want to kind of live in the magic, especially for a Christmas film. So I think I prefer my palette for Christmas movies are more that. But I guess which is why Elf always hits a no because it's grounded in realism with bastard child elf coming back to New York. But the magical kind of aspect of he's an elf who grew up in the North Pole and he was kind of there because he was
an elf that grew up in the Northeast?
Yeah, I was. I really in the Northeast. Yeah. Yeah, sort of. But yeah, so I'll just state that first because it's a great film. How could you not? You said during the screening, how could you not love A Christmas Story? It's great. I can't point out this film's terrible. It sucks. It just the more I watch it, and now that we actually sat and watched, and it wasn't just on the background while we were wrapping gifts or whatever, right? It feels like, it's on the list for best Christmas films. Mm-hmm. But I wouldn't put it as my number one per se.
Top 3, top 5.
As I said, yeah, top five for
six.
sure. Top 5, top 6. No, top 5. I think top 5. Okay. But for the life of me, I can't. I can't think about. What feels the most Christmassy to me?
Which one?
I forget the exact name of the animator, the ones who made them, but the old Rudolph movie.
Oh yeah.
And
classic ones.
kind of that. I revel in that for Christmas.
Yeah, because that feels they're those weird. They're not weird. They're just staples, right? For what we've embodied as the symbols of Christmas,
Right.
like the Rudolph, the Frosty Snowman.
Yeah, exactly.
James the Giant Peach. Stuff like that.
So that being said, my Christmas rating.
No.
What?
I thought more comments were going to be made about James and the Giant Peach being a Christmas film, but
That's a Christmas.
It's not.
So then why would you say it?
I just wanted somebody to notice me. Go ahead.
He's like, I'm not gonna notice it. I think my Christmas rating sits about WatchTower. I put it at about an 8 for Christmas.
Do you hate Christmas?
Yeah, I like I said, I think I'm just dead inside. I don't know. Do you walk away? Do you walk? Okay.
I'll finish that one.
I'll ask my questions.
Away
Do you walk away
feeling
completely content with this film?
Yeah, man.
You walk away feeling warm inside that he got the gun that had shot his eye out.
From the mom to the dad to the little brother.
It's
Come on, how can you
nostalgic.
not-
It's nostalgic for sure. But do you walk away feeling like I'm gonna say this?
Okay, walking away.
You remember the scene in Home Alone 2,
Right.
Lost in New York,
Okay.
where the dove scene, where he gives the dove lady does this film make you feel that?
Yeah.
It doesn't
Okay, yeah.
for me.
Okay.
Well,
But you know what?
that one.
This is what I think the film does. Like, I feel like it takes a brief moment in everybody's, generally, but like in everybody's personal history of being younger and you weren't influenced by the weight of the world and everything else that's
Right,
going on.
right.
And it takes you back to that moment when you were just like a kid in school and the only thing that mattered was Christmas is coming.
Exactly.
And if I wish to Santa or like
Oh,
a really good...
it makes you feel you as an audience member. You're a kid again,
Yeah, exactly.
but you're not a kid again. Looking forward to like a magic Christmas scene.
No,
you're
but-
a kid facing the problems of life.
Maybe that's the
You know what I
difference
mean?
between us, because I feel like with you like the things that respark the magic,
Yes,
maybe, and
yes.
I like the fact that it resparks,
The relatability.
yeah, nostalgia.
I'm
Like
with
it
him.
resparks
Yeah.
nostalgia of being younger and
Okay.
and living in that. Because I mean, I'd say that now it's kind of like I don't watch like I can't watch Rudolph and have that same magic again of thinking like, oh, there's a magic deer.
because
Like,
life has ruined you, buddy.
yeah,
welcome,
it has,
welcome to
you know.
post college
I
life.
worked a TV show for one season, and then
Yeah.
now it ruined me.
Well, no, look, I think what it is too is exactly that. I constantly seek that feeling, even if it's a Christmas movie that makes me just like, we live in an age, and this is what pisses me off, and this is what probably has turned me from that mentality.
Let's hear it.
We live in an age where nostalgia sells, and it pisses me off. That everything that is geared towards the mass audience, is just to pique your nostalgia.
But I mean, that's the beauty of it.
I don't like that.
Remembering, how it was back in the day.
But that's what's taken
before problems,
over.
like you said before.
But
problems.
that's what's taken over the entire film industry.
Oh, no,
and
that's
TV.
that's
and
kind
that's
of
what's
annoying, where
problematic
that,
to me.
Well, now you're going against Ready Player One. Now what's going on?
Ready Player, yeah, but Ready Player One isn't poking at your nostalgia
No,
for
no,
the sake
it's
of
got a whole
poking your
plot
shit. I'm talking about things that are being remade for the fuck of it because they know it's gonna sell.
bad word.
You know, and I know
Yeah,
bring
fudge,
this up.
fudge.
That's my point. Is we live in that era, and I hate that about this era. I hate that you're just selling nostalgia for the sake of selling nostalgia. When we were kids, you don't see them selling our parents shit from the 1950s or from the 1960s.
Good take.
They're not. They were creating original shit for kids, for us, for parents. You know, it wasn't recreating, rebooting, getting something that I know is gonna sell in the internet age because these kids are nostalgic and remember A, B, and C.
No, I feel that.
So I think subconsciously that's just shifted my
Perception of-
desire of nostalgia.
Yeah, but I
My
feel
pursuit of
like
nostalgia.
also
But has it been throughout the years or since? 'cause
I
when you
think
first
it's
saw
just
it-
recently happened.
Yeah, 'cause
no,
when you
it's
first saw
just
it, it was-
recently happened, like in the past couple years.
Okay.
So when I think like I'll tell you this, I was adamantly against watching the sequel to this, the good
a lot of
sequel.
people don't know.
Yeah. So Killingsley, is that his last name? I think it's his last name.
Sure.
The actor who plays Ralphie. He directed a film. He's a producer. A lot of people don't know that he's produced like pretty great films. Like, dude has worked with Jon Favreau more times than I can count. He
still in the
produced
game.
like the Iron Man films. He became a really successful Hollywood producer. He produced the Vince Vaughn stuff, the breakup movie. What's it called?
Oh yeah, with Jennifer Aniston.
With Jennifer Aniston, he produced that. He produced, so like he's a pretty successful Hollywood producer.
Ralphie.
A lot of people don't know that he stuck around in the industry, but the sequel, I was adamantly like, oh, dude, here we fucking go. You
Yeah,
know?
me too.
I
I
was
was
like,
gonna say
here we
that.
fucking go. And then a buddy of mine was like, no, you should. It's actually pretty decent. And I checked it out. I was like, oh, all right, not bad. Somebody with their head on their shoulders,
Okay.
directed it. So okay. But yeah, I can't seek out nostalgia for the sake of nostalgia. That's why a lot of people are obsessed so much with this with Jingle All the Way now. It's just seeking nostalgia and the toy and oh, we get to resell that toy. And it's just like,
what do you mean?
yeah, it's got this huge like reemergence of Jingle All the Way and like the Turbo Man.
Really?
Oh yeah, big time, dude.
I haven't seen that.
Even
Yeah, me
amongst
neither.
collectors, especially amongst collectors. And it's like,
No, we're in an age that definitely is profiteering off of like people's nostalgia towards old series, old films, and all that. I mean, I think that really got kicked off after I think Stranger Things came out because then all the people from like that their childhood was in the 80s comes true.
I just don't know, like, especially our generation's too fucking spoiled with it, man.
Yeah.
We grew up in the 90s, and in the everything's 90s now again. Like, people are, like, obsessed with... Like, for instance, as just an example, I was talking to Sandra about this. Sandra's very much into, like, Post Malone right now, right? And we're talking about... Yeah, she loves Post Malone. And we're, like, talking about the different artists that are kind of big right now, and everybody's, you know, preaching Taylor's name. And I told her, I was like, hey, like, I know we know her as this pop star, but... Olivia Rodrigo, like I saw her on SNL, and then she did her Tiny Desk, and I was like, she's pretty decent. Like, she's pretty decent. Like, she's not just a little pop star. And she's like, yeah, this and that. I was like, but you know what? Why I think she's decent? Because when I was growing up in the post kind of emo punk rock era, that's what Olivia Rodrigo sings. She's singing in the Paramore style of singing. Yeah. And dude, we're not that far away from the 90s. Like, give it 20 years before you start doing shit like that. Like, it's just... I know, right? We're just getting old, and I'm not accepting it, huh? Yeah. No, but give it some time. Let time pass before we revisit. I don't know.
30 years.
It feels like nostalgia just shoved down your throat too fast, and then shoved down your throat because our generation has kids younger, right? Yeah. So, like, for the most part, you're spoon feeding your kid like, oh, I have my kid now. I can share Power Rangers 22 with them because I loved Power Rangers once upon a time.
I also think that like this film lies in kind of a interesting like connecting line. I think it's an original story. Like I mean, the whole pursuit for a toy and having to go through the antics that a kid goes through with bullies and everything. Like that's super original.
No, it is really original.
But you know what it also does is that when I watch it like with my family or when I watch it with other people, in us having our own kind of like nostalgia that we can connect onto it, it also kind of grounds us all that we were all at that similar level at some point in time.
Yeah, for sure.
Even like my father, you know, watches it and he's like, oh, I watched this when I was younger too, because, you know, he comes from like, he watched it probably when it came out, but he was able to connect with similar themes in his own dynamic.
It makes you revert to that headspace, right?
Yeah, so I feel like the fact that maybe it's not so much that it's giving you back the magic, but it is giving you that kind of like connectivity.
And that's powerful. Don't get me
American
wrong.
Christmas. I must say that. Yeah.
No, it's powerful.
Yeah.
It's really powerful. I agree with you. I think when you can revert, it's almost like that scene in Ratatouille, right, where he eats the ratatouille and then it reverts him back to like being a child eating his mother's ratatouille. It is powerful, for sure. And then it does show the power of cinema. It is meant to be a mirror kind of this way. But again, Christmas comes around once a year for me. I wanna seek out the magic. That's just my preference.
Carlos, you go to Disneyland more than anybody else.
For the magic, not for the. I never went to Disneyland as a kid. That's kind of the point. You know, I get to enjoy it as an adult, and I get to feel the magic and re-inspire.
But seeing this type of film, I know you have kind of the same background as me. You don't like to get lost in that family.
I don't get lost in. Well, that's interesting, right?
You know
That's
what I mean?
really interesting. Like, I didn't have that family.
I could relate a lot to it, but you know, my parents weren't together all the time.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't have that, so I think it's just harder.
You don't like to get lost in that? Like that's the type of film that you get lost in.
That's the thing. Like, okay, I love this movie. I'm not bashing it. I'm not trying to bash this movie. I just want.
Do you want to cover my ears?
You know what happens with me?
What happens?
Is that I want to take it a step further. Like,
I want to kick it up a notch.
Like if I'm gonna fantasize about being in a family, why am I gonna settle for the mediocre family? Like, why am I not settling for the perfect Christmas family?
Like they can't afford a new furnace and like they're at like.
Why can't I think about Kevin's dad and how fucking rich he was to take him to whatever vacation? Like, you know.
I see what you're saying, but I mean, come on, man, that's the fun part.
You get lost in that kind of aspect.
You know, the struggles. The
I want to. I really want to. And every time I see this film, I'm like, I'll watch it. There's not a time where it's on and I don't really want. I'll watch it.
It has to stay on.
It's great. Yeah, it has to stay on. But you know, the more I analyze it as a cinephile, I'm like, why am I not feeling the feelies? I'm not feeling the feelies? Why am I not feeling the feelies? And I think I've just deduced it to like, you know, after so much time of like trying to bury my head into like, all right, I want to feel the magic again. You're watching like a a Mickey Mouse Christmas, or watching, you know, a Christmas Carol, watching, you know, just something that like just really gets in my.
Did you ever see the one with
my
Jack
feels.
Frost?
Yeah, with Michael Keaton.
With Michael
It's
Keaton?
horrible.
I love that
It's
one.
terrible.
I liked
it's a
it.
terrible movie.
Why did you like
I
it?
saw it again in Dallas and
It's
the
magical,
hotel.
like you
It's
said.
horrible.
It's
it's
magical.
it's a bad 80s film. This is a good 80s
Oh,
film.
it's not an 80s film?
It is.
Jack Frost is like
Like
90.
90 or 2000
90s.
early.
Is it what feels
Yeah,
like a
because
bad 80s film?
The only reason I know it's a 90s film, the trailer for it was on the VHS for Iron Giant.
Oh wow!
Oh,
So this
that
was
is
what,
true.
right before
I
Batman?
had Iron Giant and
Right
and
after?
VHS.
Dude, Jack Frost is good.
I don't like it. I think it's
It's-
super cheesy.
dude,
I think it's
the
mad.
dad dies and
Look,
comes back.
But that's the
listen,
point,
And
though.
then
It's
spoilers.
totally cheesy.
Only winter he has for his with his
no,
dad?
there's a difference between.
Spoilers.
Yeah, no, you haven't seen it.
I haven't.
Oh, you haven't seen Jack Frost?
No.
Oh.
Dude, it's supposed to be cheesy. It's
Yeah.
not.
You see, I don't like that. I don't like when a film is supposed to be cheesy for the sake of being cheesy. It's just
the
not for
Mickey
me.
Mouse Christmas.
I know.
It's not cheesy.
For you.
No,
It's a mouse.
It's a mouse.
Well, that's not what cheesy means. Cheesy means it's gonna be on the nose about something for the sake of being cheeky. That's what cheesy is. Mickey Mouse is literally trying to inspire a kid to feel good about themselves. You know, so like, yeah, Jack Frost. You know what?
This
You
guy
know
should've been a
what?
lawyer.
By the way, also like Jack Frost, seeing it now. When I'm writing a fucking blue script, it's the cheesiest fucking guitar player in the world, dude. It's
Damn.
terrible. No, I can't.
I'm not bad,
I'm telling you,
I'm not
'cause I
bad.
just watched it in Dallas again at the hotel, and it was bad. I don't like it. My brother loved it growing up. I saw it a lot. I never really
loved
liked
it,
it.
dude.
It always kind of freaked me out. You know?
Yeah, it was a
Growing
little
up, I was
freaky-ass
this-
animation
This
for sure.
motherfucker's angry. I don't want an angry. You know?
Yeah.
It wasn't for me. It's not a classic for me, anyways. Jack.
No, I'm just saying it.
But
Yeah, cool.
but again, that's also grounded in realism. Death and the death of a father. And it's like, yo, what the fuck? I already do enough with this shit. I don't want to watch
Nah,
this
I
in
see
a
where you're
film.
coming
You know,
from,
that's just me. I'd rather kind of get deeper into. There's a border of a fine, like we were talking about the last episode. That Last Christmas is fucking terrible because it's cheesy, you know, and it's grounded in reality and what have you. But there's bad cheesy and there's good, just like well-rounded Christmas storytelling. That's just my
Just
opinion.
to kind of wrap a little bow on it, huh? So your rating was what? 8 and an 8 or 8?
No,
and
8 and a
7?
7. 8 and a 7.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're all at 7s for cinema. It's crazy. It's great writing. This film.
Yeah.
It's setting you in the perspective of child. You,
Yeah.
especially if you're a little boy.
No, that's
you know.
like I'll just toss my rating out there. It's the same as Austin, so it's a 10 for Christmas and then a 7 for cinema. I think that's a fair place to be. But even the camera work, like watching it this time around. Also, that's kind of the hard part about this podcast. The idea that like when we watch films that we're nostalgic about, even like Walter Mitty and all that, it's like, okay, now I'm watching it from a how am I going to rate this perspective? And that's different. You know, I've never watched it in that way. But I was so impressed at how much in the subtlety of the camera work, just it being always placed at the eye level of the kid and it be moving around at his level.
It's really good.
Everywhere. I mean, even to the point where in shots that he's not in, you notice that it's at his eye level because if he's out of frame then walks into frame, it'll be with him, but the bully's a little bit taller and the kid's a little bit shorter, or like the parents and adults are all higher up. So I love that. I love the fact that it was very much framed for that, and that also helps add to the factor of you being pulled into his world
for sure. I agree. I mean,
so good filmmaking. Good
execution
filmmaking
is great. The execution. That's why I think I give it a 7. I think it deserves. It has merit as a film. Original storytelling. They also worked for 10 years on this script.
Really?
Yeah. He worked for quite a while on this thing. So the director, he got big off a film called Porky's. You guys remember Porky's?
Yeah.
He directed Porky's.
Wow.
That was his
What a
first big
different
film.
outfit.
Yeah, exactly. It's this teen sexual
Yeah.
comedy. Like,
And then what else did he do after this one?
he did quite a few. Sadly, he died in the tragic car accident.
Really?
Some drunk driver hit him and killed him and his kid in like 2007.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, man. Like it was like he died pretty tragically, and but he still did films. I don't think he did anything as
big as that.
the one that I remember the most that he directed. He did Baby Geniuses. Remember Baby Geniuses?
With Baldwin?
I don't remember.
No,
how it's
no,
called.
but Baby Boss. No.
Yeah,
Baby Geniuses. Man. You didn't grow up on
They
Baby
lived
Geniuses?
like in a
Facility.
isolation facility, and they're all like, yeah.
And it's like, you know who's one of the doctors is Doc is from Back to the Future. Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
yeah. I don't know his name. But Doc Brown.
Yeah, yeah. He's in it, and it's so good. It's a fun
Baby
little
geniuses.
baby. Yeah, it's cool.
Wow.
Anyways, he directed that. Yeah, he was kind of around doing stuff, but the guy that kind of carried his legacy was Killingsley or whatever, Ralphie, because not only did he kind of keep the legacy alive of this film, but they put this thing on Broadway. It was had a Broadway run in 2012. The legacy is obviously crazy for this film, which I think comes via that nostalgia and that thing. Then the last little thing I'll say about that to close the bowl. When I watch The Santa Claus, I think about this a lot. It's two parents getting divorced, talking to a kid, kind of getting the kid comfortable with the two lifestyles or living in two different homes. And all this jazz. But I think, again, it's that next level thing for me to get me out of my reality where, like, oh, my parents are getting divorced, but my fucking dad is now Santa Claus? Like, it brings me out of my world and takes me to the North Pole.
As a
It's like,
kid, that's awesome.
What do you mean? Even now, it's like, that's so great. It just pushes that step thing a little forward, without grounding.
I've never had the elevator pitch for the Santa Claus.
Parents are getting divorced. And
my dad's Santa.
oh, my dad is fucking Santa Claus? Yeah. Anyways,
Oh my God, that's
just does that. But it's like I tell you, this Christmas Story is great. It shocks me how much later it came, and it maintains its purity. Right? It doesn't feel like an '80s movie. It really doesn't.
Also, like, I don't know if it's the culture or what it is, but there's some movies that like you'll watch like once in a while and you don't really revisit and you don't have any like inkling to revisit.
Yeah, for sure. Christmas movies especially.
I think it's super impressive the fact that like this one is one of the ones that you could watch like once a year, multiple times in that day, or like multiple times in a year. And like it doesn't get old, the jokes and all that kind of stuff. And very few films I think can have that charm. Not to say that makes it higher cinema.
You look forward to that. You look forward to whatever bit is about to come up.
Yeah. Not that it makes it higher cinema, because I
Same
feel like
with the Grinch. I think
popularity
we talked about that with the
doesn't
Grinch,
mean better in execution and quality. It just
Right.
means that there's elements in there that you connect with so much that you're willing to revisit them.
No, I
every now and
agree. I think there's very few films in society that can generally be of both camps. I think we've talked about that a little bit in this podcast. Is that there's very few films that can ring all the bells, where like it's popular in pop culture because it's fucking popular, and cinephiles also love it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's very few films that can do both. This is one of them, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Great podcast, guys. All right.
There's not many more fun facts about this film, only because...
You said you had a fun fact about it. I think you said, did you?
Oh, it was a Disney thing with Sandra, sort of.
Okay.
We're not gonna.
The voice of the guy, the voice of the... Oh, okay, well... The guy who does the voiceover is the author of the book that this film is based on.
Really?
It's based on a short story, kind of a collection of short stories, where you basically see Ralphie in different like ages.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you see him as a teenager later on, and it's a collection of short stories. It's a book.
Oh, wow.
And it's called. It has a really funny name, actually. Let me get you the name.
Dingus and Wingus go on a trip.
No, it's called like The Others Pay Cash or something.
Oh God.
Yeah,
so funny.
It's really something.
hurts.
Gene Shepard is the guy who wrote it.
Okay.
And
Shout out to Shepard.
the book is called. Man, they just put A Christmas Story. It's got a different book, but it's not super like the same, but it's based on it for the most part. But anyways, he's the author of the book, the guy who does the voiceover. He's not a voice actor. He's the author of the book.
That's awesome.
It's pretty cool.
But it gives it that kind of like extra bit of like, I guess, authenticity.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. And then I always thought like, is this Bill Murray? Like, who is it? They're good. Like, they're actually good. Like, they're a good voice actor. Then no, it's the author.
Can we also
the
like
author.
talk about, I guess, the small elephant in the room? They always say when you direct film, never work with animals and kids.
And this
I
one
mean,
did.
I thought the kids did pretty good.
They
Like that's
did,
also
they did.
kind of a.
Was there any stories where, like, especially the little kid,
There's a few things. With the kid, not so much.
with Ralphie?
With Ralphie, for instance.
He seemed mature, like you said.
The
He seemed
fantasy
mature for
scene, right? The fantasy. Yeah, he was an actor before this. He did a lot of the commercials of, I think it was Burger King, if I'm not mistaken. or something like that. But yeah, he had done commercials and he had kind of been in a couple little things here and there. So he was already kind of a professional actor by the time he got to this film.
Wow.
The fantasy thing where he's shooting the robbers. You know, he's spitting tobacco.
Yeah.
That was real tobacco.
Nah.
So like this is what happened. The prop master gave him real tobacco.
Oh my god.
And then they
He
went
would've
for
been
it.
throwing
Well,
up.
no, they went for it, and he got sick for like an
Yeah.
hour.
Yeah.
So they had to like lay him down and like he was
Oh
like
my God,
nauseous.
really?
And then they ended up like, what the fuck are we gonna do? So they gave him raisins and like brown liquid, like brown water, basically, and just like that's what he was spitting out in the successful takes. But they gave
Really?
the kid real fucking tobacco, real
God.
chewing
Just
tobacco.
thinking like,
I think
it'll
it was
be
called
fine.
Big Chief, the brand. Like they actually, I'm not kidding.
Baseball
Really?
brand right there.
Yeah, dude, they gave him real chewing tobacco. This kid, you know,
Jeez.
shit like that. All right, fine. There's a little bit more. The tongue, right? Let's talk
Yeah.
about the tongue. Everybody, like you were saying, was like, did they just do this? They just
Yeah,
go for this?
in my mind, I was like, they just got some stupid kid and was like, hey, your parent already signed the permission slip.
Hey kid,
Just
you
go-
want to be a star?
Yeah, exactly. Like, meh. Yeah.
No, what happened? What people don't see, strategic filmmaking. There's a suction holes in the pole.
Of course.
Really?
The suction holes. That's what's making it look like he can. Yeah, there's a little suction hole.
Oh, so they're like sucking out the air. That's the universal sign for sucking, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird. Let's rephrase that.
Yeah, they're kids.
They're just
Oh, okay,
pulling on
fine.
On the tongue a little
the
bit.
tongue a little bit. Yeah.
So
That
there's
doesn't
holes
sound any
that are-
better, man.
Sounded way worse.
Yeah,
So yeah, anyways, yeah, just the famous tongue scene.
it's just sucking.
It's just like a
For how
suction.
many times that we have seen this film, can you guys say the gift that you wanted? The whole.
Oh dear
200
God!
range.
It's mentioned 28
yeah.
times in the
I
film.
know. I'm trying
28
to.
times.
28 times in the film. Record 28
He wants
times.
a red.
A daisy. Is it daisy? Riddle. Shit, what was
No,
that?
you're gonna mess me up. It's
Red-
a
you should know. Red.
Daisy carbine action Red Rider
Red
air
200
model
200 range.
200 range air rifle with a compass on the side and the thing that tells time.
You're missing.
Red Rider range 200 shot BB gun.
Oh, you added
the
way too many
compass
words to
on
that.
No,
No,
but how he says it in the film.
Yeah, I want a
Yeah,
carbine
it's a-
action Red Rider, or like Daisy Red Rider. I don't think it's a Daisy, does he?
No, I think you're right.
No,
I think it's
I
Red
want a
Rider.
carbine action Red Rider
Yeah, Red Rider.
air. Is it air model range rifle?
But what's the
200.
pump action? The pump action, or
I don't think it's pump action either. Damn it.
Yeah, I know.
you're almost there. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
no.
pretty much-
I was gonna say a mild like anecdote, not really a fun fact. Me and my family are always referencing this film.
My
for the-
family are always shooting each other with.
It's crazy. We should be more careful. No, every time we see this film, it reminds us of one Christmas we had when I was like probably 9, and I got like the worst flu. I think I just didn't get like my flu shot or something like that, but I had the worst flu. But like it was weird because it was like my mom got the flu like 2 weeks before Christmas, and then a week before Christmas, my brother got the flu. I got the flu on Christmas Day, and then my dad got it the week after. And I remember that on Christmas, it was the one Christmas where like everybody like went and they opened gifts and they went out and all that kind of stuff, and I was in bed the entire time. Like I was awful.
Man.
And the thing that sucked the most was that like torture. I was left with the Christmas Story, and I couldn't find the remote, and I was just there, so I couldn't turn it off. I couldn't put the volume down, so I'm just sitting
So
there.
you're programmed to like this film.
Yeah, I was pro.
It's just like a Clockwork Orange, but
to
with a
me,
Christmas
it's
story.
Like there was a moment in time where I
Get
was
the remote.
no, I was like locked in a room, and like it was. I remember being sick
just
to the
put
point
the
where
thing
I
in.
couldn't get up. Like if I got up, I felt like I was gonna throw up and all that kind of stuff.
shit.
So I'm just like there, but then the entire time I'm there, it's just the Christmas Story, and then like I try to turn away, or I want to like turn it off, and I can't. So I'm just there.
How are you
being
feeling,
sick.
son? I love
Yeah,
this movie.
Yeah, it is the best movie I've ever seen, ever and ever and ever. Yeah. But yeah, so this movie has a special place in my heart for being one hellish Christmas that it was just the
that's
only
funny.
thing on.
That's cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like this is so fundamental, And also, it's like an American Christmas. Like if you show
Yeah.
anybody this film elsewhere,
They'll relate
all
to it
the
in
little
some
like
way.
traditions that are in there, like I feel like it's just so commonplace. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I feel like again, I wonder if there's other films that are out there that give people such a authentic sense of what it is to celebrate a holiday, because I can't really think of like ones for other holidays
But
that are so
isn't
like
this
grounded, maybe.
No. Yeah, sure, but isn't this kind of the opposite of that to a certain extent? I mean, everything. What's that law?
Common law.
Eye for an eye, tooth for tooth.
No.
Don't whack the beaver with a stick if you're not ready for a chicken in the ass.
What? What?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you got to tell us that one.
No. Go on.
What Christmas was that?
Summer of '87. Next question.
The law where if something can go wrong, it will.
Oh, Murphy's Law.
Murphy's law, right? Isn't this a little bit Murphy's law?
I guess so.
Everything he's desiring for kind of goes again, and then he gets the gun at the end. Right?
But is that a?
Nah, you're just saying words, bro.
I asked Carlos during the middle of the film because in watching this, I know so many of like the moments by heart now. Like, oh, okay, it's the scene when he's like sitting down for dinner and his brother's being weird and won't eat. Or like, oh, it's the scene with the leg. Oh, it's the scene where he's at
you were asking me about the axe.
I was asking about the axe, and I was trying to think about the movie like. What is keeping this all together? What's the through line?
The through line is his. It's really simple.
It's the gun, right?
Well, the through line is the desire for the gun and how his pursuit in this, him wanting to behave better, him wanting to get better grades. Those are where the act breaks really are. It's like, okay, I'm gonna do well in school. Boom, C+. Okay, I'm gonna ask Santa for the gun. Oh shit, he's an asshole, and like I forgot, I stumbled and I didn't ask him. Like those are the act breaks. If you think about it, it's his pursuit for the gun, and like I'm gonna do everything in my power to get this gun. That's the catalyst. That's the film.
Is that a good art?
Think about how the film opens, right? It's the window shopping, and then it's the gun.
Yeah.
That's his. I want. True. And then.
So is this very good for like fundamental writing of like a 3-act structure then?
Oh, I don't know.
Because it felt like now that I see it from that perspective,
Yeah,
it
maybe.
feels very solid.
Yeah. That.
Like you're introducing the premise. Like
Yeah.
the problem is he wants this thing, and then
His
has
journey
one attempt to get it, which is going through his parents. That doesn't work. Maybe I can go through my teacher.
Yeah.
That doesn't work. Go to the big man, Santa,
Yep.
and then
And
when
then
all hope's
finally-
lost,
yeah.
it's Christmas.
So,
and
Third
so
act.
would you say that the gun's like the MacGuffin?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
The gun's definitely the MacGuffin.
a MacGuffin.
This is a MacGuffin.
Wow. I don't know. Christmas Story. I really like it.
It's great. It's great. You can't knock this film.
Yeah. Like, I mean, if we were to knock it on a filmmaking front, like if somebody says, why is this not just 10 all around as a film?
No, I mean, it's designed very strategically to appeal to American families, both kids and parents.
Yeah.
Right? Because humans were all a kid once upon a time, so they're going to relate to it. But they're not going to relate to it on this.
Yeah, but you don't think some kid in Indonesia is like, I wish I could.
You think
I
they have
think
a
that-
furnace?
I'm about to say, I think that kid in Indonesia's got worse problems, dude.
Yeah.
No,
I'm sure
by the way,
there's
that's my point. Like,
I'm
if,
sure
we're
there
gonna,
was a kid in El Paso that thought that cost them.
yeah. If you're gonna if you have one choice, I know your answer. If you have one choice to put a Christmas film in the vault, where aliens are gonna discover it 200 years later,
Grinch.
Yeah.
The Grinch, both of you,
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
and you're a Christmas Story.
Yeah, of course. Or Family Man. Really one of the two.
I mean, Theo Von knows Family Man. So.
Yeah, Theo Von's basically an alien at this point.
That's-
No, I'd pick
I
the Christmas
don't know
Story.
what mine is. I could say It's a Wonderful Life.
Charlie
I could
Brown
say
Christmas.
Charlie Brown Christmas. I could say,
Gun to your head right now if you don't answer in 3 seconds.
oh,
you
man,
just-
honestly, right now,
Yeah.
Meet Me in St. Louis.
What the
Yeah.
I've never heard a more wrong
Understand? I'm not telling you what I grew up with as a kid and what. No, I'm telling you what belongs in the vault for cinema, right? For Christmas cinema, right? If
the
they
vault
pack the
for
vault,
cinema.
yes, if they pack the vault and they let you pick one film per genre, period, so that generations and 500 years can discover and then see what we were. Cinema's only 100 years old, so I would probably throw Meet Me in St. Louis in there, or maybe It's a Wonderful Life. There's so many iterations of
A Christmas Story.
Scrooge.
Oh, Charles Dickens.
There's so many iterations. There's so many cinematic iterations of that. There's not one that you can really depend on. It's such a great Christmas story.
Yeah,
Such an
and
amazing. The
every
Ghost of
time they
Christmas
remake
Past, and
it-
it's such an amazing Christmas story. There's
Yeah.
no one great film that tackles that fucking
Yeah.
story great.
You look at any
You
of
know,
them.
even the Jim Carrey. The Jim Carrey one's great, but it's nobody remembers it.
I remember it. That's like one of my favorites. I was about to bring it up.
Yeah.
You know what I think about? I think about Scrooged, or I think about Because, I mean, it's modern, it's postmodern, but
The Muppets Christmas.
no, I think about Donald Duck.
Oh, get
Scrooge
out of here, man.
McDuck?
You're going way back.
Actually, like they made a character
Yeah.
that cemented in the
Yeah,
what is it, Disney
It's good.
universe.
Oh, really?
But anyway,
Yeah,
my point is,
Scrooge
it's not
McDuck.
Charles Dickens either. So like, it's,
But that's true. I mean, yeah.
So
I
like,
get
if
you.
I'm gonna submit my vote, my ballot for the one Christmas film that should go into this vault,
Isn't that
for me
based
it's
in
between.
England?
It's what?
It's based in England.
What? Yeah, Dickens. But dude, we're English, man. We come from the English. That's just where we're at.
Okay.
No, but I for me, it's between me being St. Louis and It's a Wonderful Life right now.
What about Miracle on 34th Street?
Oh, Miracle on 34th Street's great, but I think It's a Wonderful Life is a better offering than Miracle on 34th Street.
A Christmas film that I've heard younger generations talk about so fondly, like it's one of the quintessentials to watch, and I don't know when it happened. One is Elf, like the people just go nuts over Elf. But two is Polar Express.
Yeah,
where they're like, that one is the definition of Christmas. You know, you need to watch
for a modern Christmas film. Yeah, dude, that's
they're
a
gonna
very
show it at the Plaza.
Yeah, they are. That film gives me the feelies. The Polar Express gives me the feelies.
How do you feel when you watch a train full of kids?
Tom Hanks one?
Yeah, I don't know if I have.
Like Peter Jackson directed. No, Bob Zemeckis, the director of Back to the Future director.
Polar Express is when I learned that coffee was also called a cup of Joe.
Is it?
Wow. You know, that's where I learned to make it in a sock.
You know, the author of the book of Polar Express had one condition about that film getting made.
That Tom Hanks had to play every role?
Yeah, no. That it's not a cartoon film, which is why they use motion capture.
Oh, yeah, I think yeah.
Bob Zemeckis, director of Back to the Future, directed that film. But it's
Wait,
because
so how many roles did Tom Hanks play in that?
like 5.
Oh, he played the elves. He played Santa. He played the dad. He played the
train
conductor
conductor,
and the homeless guy.
Yeah. 6.
Yeah, definitely
5.
haven't watched it then.
That was right.
I have
5.
to watch it then.
Yeah.
It's great. It's great. It gives me the Christmas feelies again.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, is it a Christmas story? Great.
Well, it's
Dude, for
closer
a modern,
towards-
it's a modern classic for sure, man.
It's a
I mean,
modern
this thing
classic.
came out what 05?
I remember when it came out, we took a field trip for school to go watch
Oh,
it.
really?
Yeah.
Oh dear God! So later than
I was like in 3rd or 4th grade.
so yeah, 05
Yeah.
maybe right around that.
I
03.
Yeah, I talked to my friend Noelle, and she was saying, "Do you remember before Christmas break, when school would like stop and they'd go to like the cafeteria and put on that movie? Like for some reason, Polar
Yeah.
Express just was like a quintessential film again for this generation.
It was a safe
Yeah.
Christmas film, right?
Adults love Tom Hanks,
was 04.
kids like Santa.
Yeah, that and that's why I love. I grew up loving Elf when I got older, right? Like I was 13, 14,
Yeah.
15. Like that's when I was like, oh, this is original. This is great.
Yeah.
And it still gives me the Christmas feelies, as I say.
What about Fred Claus?
Fred Claus is great, man. I watched it in New Orleans, actually. It was on TV. And
It's fine. It's not bad.
Fred Claus is great. The replacement of my brother as Santa because he's getting sick and who are we going to... It's good, man. It's original, for
Santa's
sure.
got to lose weight. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's fun. That's a good one.
What's Castro? What's like?
What's the vault pick?
Yeah. What's your Christmas picks? I mean, what
Besides-
are you watching today for Christmas?
Today?
Yes.
I'm watching
You're in your little fuzzy slippers.
I didn't even look at it. I'm watching Bad Santa.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's definitely one of them. Bad Santa.
You know
But,
Doug produced that film?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Doug Ellen?
Yeah, he co-wrote the second one. I think he directed the sequel, actually.
Is the little kid older? In the
I didn't see it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think he is. I think he is.
But no, I mean, The Grinch is definitely on my list.
Is that your vault film, The Grinch?
I was thinking of one right now, and I kind of lost it. I think Santa Claus is pretty good.
Yeah,
I grew up
you
with
would
Tim
throw
Allen.
the Santa Claus in,
Yeah,
in the vault.
and that, yeah.
We were going to cover the Santa Claus, and then we chose
8 Crazy Nights.
8 Crazy Nights.
8 Crazy Nights.
So the Santa Claus is your vault?
The Grinch for sure, but then I have like an extra
Extra room in the vault?
All right, what's one Christmas movie you guys haven't seen that would surprise people?
That we haven't seen?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. How can I say something that would surprise? Oh,
Well,
I get
because,
what
you
you're
know,
saying.
people are...
No,
Like-
in
like,
my
for example-
in my brain, I was thinking like, what's a movie I haven't seen that if people watch, it would surprise them about the film? Like, not that me not watching.
Like, for
I'm
example,
sorry.
I've never seen Home Alone.
You've never seen
Except
Home
recently.
Alone?
I've started watching it the other day. I didn't finish it, though. I got
Oh,
busy.
man. The second one, I think, is better.
I've only seen the third one.
Oh,
It's
that
a
doesn't
little
even have
different.
him in there.
Yeah.
The one in New York is so different from the first one.
It's
It's
so
obviously the same,
good.
but
Oh.
it's so different.
I love it. It opens up the world, man. The first one takes place in his neighborhood. The second one takes place in New York.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it's,
yeah.
And
He
then
came
come on,
the
the Rob
hotel
Schneider
room.
character.
Oh,
That's so
yeah,
good,
the
dude.
elevator.
But yeah, so that's mine.
Then in the scene in the shower. Listen to the.
Which was in the second one?
It was in the second one, wasn't it?
Oh man.
Which one
Yeah,
was it?
I'm
Where
pretty
it
sure
was
it was in
got
the
the
second.
TV?
Yeah, it is in the second one. It's the TV. I'll tell you, my brother had one of those
when
voice
Wes Anderson
recorders.
trying to come in, no?
Yeah, he's like, now get on your knees and tell me you love me.
Yeah.
And then all like the hotel staff are like getting on
Isn't
their
that
knees.
Curry? What is his name? Curry, the guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Steph
Curry.
Curry.
No.
What's his name? Tim Curry. Tim
Curry.
Curry.
Yeah.
Tim Curry, man, it's so good. Home Alone 2.
Home
Home Alone
Alone.
2. Home Alone 2.
One.
Well, I've only seen 3, so I haven't seen the first
He
2.
only watched 3.
3 is the one with the other characters.
Yeah, they
right?
changed it up.
It's actually kind of fun.
It's
It
pretty
is fun. I watched that one a lot growing up, but yeah, I've never seen Home Alone.
Yeah. By the way, Macaulay Culkin just got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
That's awesome.
Nice.
And you know who like made the speech is the one that plays the mom in Home Alone.
Did you know that? I just noticed that. I don't know if it's real. You know, I don't believe anything in the internet. But you have to pay for that. You have to pay for the ceremony.
Yeah, it's the Hollywood Commerce Chamber of Commerce. Yeah, it's
That's.
the whole thing.
I would think that. It's,
Yeah, Zac Efron just got his.
Yeah,
But you have to pay for it. And
Wait,
the
Zac
ceremony.
Efron got one?
yeah,
Yeah, after doing the what is it called, the wrestling?
the wrestling. It's an 824.
And do you know that the only one that's not on the floor? You should know. This guy should know.
Who is it?
Jim Carrey.
No, there's only one that's not on the floor. It's
Oh yeah. It's is it
Stallone.
Muhammad Ali. Because Muhammad, something about.
the floor about being? That's right, because of his religion. Yeah, there's a few of those
Fun
that
fact.
aren't like.
I heard that he's the only one that's not on the floor.
He's not. You're right, but there's some that are on like
Plaque or
platforms or raised on platforms
Like
and
a
stuff
s-
like that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's a couple of those.
Anyways.
Anyways, Macaulay Culkin just got it.
Do y'all have any that you haven't seen?
Oh yeah, the one that my dad's always giving me
Try that.
the business about is Christmas Vacation.
You've never seen Christmas Vacation?
Yeah.
That's a good
Dude,
one.
it's for you.
Yeah, exactly. That's what
It's
everybody says.
so good.
Yeah,
Which is
and
that
I
one?
love
I
Chevy Chase.
love and I love National Lampoon's Vacation. Like that one.
Oh, dude, Christmas Vacation's better.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
what
it's
hear.
better.
I don't think I've
Personally,
seen
I
it
love
either.
European Vacation. It's my favorite. But
Really?
Christmas Vacation is amazing. Like it is
I need to
fun.
watch it.
It's
I've
amazingly
only
hilarious.
seen like bits and pieces. Like that's how it is with like a couple of those Christmas films. Like for Elf was the longest time like that. Fred Claus was that for a long time, and then I finally like, sat down and watched it. So this year I'll probably watch Christmas Vacation. I feel like you guys have probably seen all the Christmas films.
You guys are kind of.
I'm trying to look
What?
at like a couple.
I don't think I finished or went through the whole thing, but Elf.
Really?
I don't blame you, Costner.
Yeah, it's just I don't
Oh,
know.
man.
Will Ferrell's a little too over the top sometimes in this one, and I love Will Ferrell. I love him.
It can
Dude,
be
I
a-
love him too, and I genuinely feel that's his, like
Yeah,
one of
I'm
his
just-
worst movies.
Yeah, I'm just like, no.
I love Elf.
And I feel like you loving like Favreau and the story.
the
behind it.
originality
Which, yeah,
and like the meet
that's
cute
good.
and Zoe Deschanel's character and the comedy and fucking James Cagney, man, Sonny from The Godfather playing his father so well.
It's just Will Ferrell's too much in that.
so
Too much.
good. He's at equal levels in Step Brothers, bro.
No, no,
it's
but
it's
I
almost
like
the same
him.
shit.
I like that. Not,
Yeah.
It's
It's hard to explain.
yeah.
It is a very polarizing film.
Yeah.
That's why,
Either you-
I'm like, I don't even know I
Either
finished
you
it
love
or.
it,
Yeah.
or you're just like, okay.
Yeah.
about
I'm
you?
trying to see mine, man. I don't know.
We can't ask a cinephile what he hasn't watched.
I'm looking through like
You have to
lists.
look at like some French film that's only.
Well,
been
you know
seen
what?
by
I haven't
3
seen that.
people.
Everybody, especially like cinephiles, are telling me to watch. I haven't seen White Christmas.
Which is that?
White
I
Christmas.
haven't heard of White Christmas.
You've never heard of White Christmas? It's a classic.
Oh wait, is that the one you were referencing earlier?
Yeah, it was like I know what it is. I just haven't seen it.
Oh yeah, I've never seen it.
White Christmas is a big kind of.
1954.
It's this one, 1954.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen Scrooge in a long time, but I have seen Scrooge.
Oh, you haven't seen Scrooge?
And like forever. Man. I haven't seen it
Oh,
in
okay.
forever, but I have
like,
seen
You've
it.
seen the Bill Murray Scrooge?
Yeah, I've seen it. I just
That
I
one,
haven't seen it.
oh my god, yeah, I forgot to add that one on the list, but that one we watched.
True.
every
I
year.
forgot he did that. Bill Murray.
And that one's always on the list. Like we always have to watch it.
34.
Dude, I just had one. Damn, I forgot.
Scrooge, Family Man, this film, and then after that. I think
I'm
it's, like,
sorry, man. I don't have
animated
an answer for you. I'm trying to find something. I'm looking through a list of like
I
top
watched them
Christmas
all.
films. I guess I've seen. Oh man, you know what?
Wait.
I don't know that this counts, but have you guys seen You've Got Mail?
No.
Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan.
Oh yeah.
I started watching it on the flight to Dallas. So I couldn't finish it. This
Yeah.
was horrible.
Yeah, when it
I couldn't do it.
barely came out. Yeah. I was
I
like,
just couldn't do it.
I guess
I
before-
haven't. No, I've seen them up at. I don't know, man.
Before we end off
I'm gonna keep looking.
our casual Christmas episode,
Yeah.
because that's all this was. Let's be honest.
Why do you say it so disappointingly?
Because, like, I'm catching a cold. We're drinking nog, but now it's getting kind of heavy. It's turning back into an egg. And what are your guys'
Love Actually is a great one.
Christmas traditions that you're going to do that's uniquely yours?
I don't know, mine's sad, dog. I don't have shit.
Aw.
I'm with Gus.
Really? You guys don't have anything? No, I know you got something.
What?
You and Sandra usually go to the movies every Christmas.
Oh, you're right. That's a
Yeah,
great
that's-
tradition
yeah.
that we've done since we
Yeah.
started dating. We go to the cinema all day, watch like 3 or 4 movies
On
Yeah.
25th?
on the 25th.
Yeah,
Wow,
see?
it's open?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's one of the only things that's open, I'll have you know, because you can't even eat lunch outside. Like, we
That's
went
what
to,
I'm saying,
I think
like-
Burger King was the only thing we were ever able to find to eat on Christmas Day.
That's
China
insane.
Wall.
Oh, that's right. So Chinese places are going to be
Yeah.
open.
Well, for me, it's the Chinese food.
Yeah,
Chinese
the Chinese
Yeah.
food. Yeah, for me, it's the cinema.
What about you, Austin?
My mom yells at us for not helping her while she makes dinner.
That's beautiful, man.
I don't know. We really don't have one. I mean,
No, please don't share more. Castro, what do you do for Christmas?
Dude, I mean,
Did you buy gifts?
nah, man. Don't even come at me, dog. My Christmas is boring, sad.
Really?
Oh, actually, I have one, but it's kind of sad.
Oh.
Me and my sister used to one day, like in December, would go Christmas shopping together, but then she moved,
Oh, that's nice.
so we don't do that anymore.
Jeez. Okay, guys. Well, thanks for wrapping up a very Tower
See, this is why
Christmas.
I like to get lost in these type of movies.
I know.
Watch a good Christmas movie this year.
Have you seen Four Christmases?
Getting together with families are tough sometimes.
Carlos, have you seen Four Christmases?
No.
No?
Which one is that one?
With Vince Vaughn.
By the way, I don't think that camera's rolling.
What do you mean?
I don't see the
No,
light.
it's blocking it.
Oh.
Don't, stop it. You're ruining the magic.
Reese Witherspoon.
Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
probably
I
come
saw
on.
that one time.
I think I saw it once.
Yeah.
Sandra might have had it on. No, you know what? I'm also wrong. No. Yeah, I have seen it.
Yeah?
I have seen it. Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah. She like goes back home for Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah. I like Christmas with the Cranks.
I think I've seen it once.
It's good.
Tim Allen, right?
Tim Allen, Jamie Lee Curtis,
God.
the dude from Ghostbusters, Dan Aykroyd's in it.
Yeah.
Plays a great role in that film.
Yeah, that basically they're gonna. I just remember in
Gonna
that
boycott
film.
Christmas.
No, they were gonna like go
On
to
a
the
cruise.
Bahamas or something like that. Yeah, on a
But they're
cruise.
boycotting Christmas.
Yeah, and then they end up having to do it because their daughter's coming in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that one. That was fun.
That's a good
Oh,
one.
Jingle All the Way is a fantastic film.
Yeah, I always think about. I don't know why lately. I need to rewatch it just because I watched it a lot when I was a kid. It was free on pay-per-view or on demand.
Yeah.
So I know it's free on pay-per-view. I must not be high enough. Unaccompanied minors.
Oh man,
It's a good one, man.
I
It's a
haven't
good
seen that
little
one. I've
I've seen
Christmas.
that one here.
You ever seen it? Yeah,
read
it's
the
literally
trailers for it.
kids get stuck at an airport and they're unaccompanied minors, so like they have to be kind of like taken everywhere by. They used to do that. They used to like you could leave your kid at the airport to fly wherever, and then like we'll take care of him for you and take it.
God.
And it's a fun little film. Like you're little rascals and they get themselves into trouble and shit. And they're pissed off because like most of them come from broken homes or whatever. They're like being flying to the parent across the
Jack
country. or
Frost
whatever.
is a good Christmas movie.
Oh, hell yeah.
Which
there we
one?
go. That's what we're talking about.
Jack Frost.
Now we're getting to the real conversation.
You know, I had a cousin who had a bad taste also.
I
Yeah.
had a cousin with a left.
Next
foot
week
once.
starts our documentary.
Next week.
That's how we're ending the Christmas.
That's how
episode.
we're ending. How would you like to end the
I
Christmas?
want us
You wanna
Wait,
to
take care of
all.
me?
I have a question for you, Lalo. You said you went to a white Christmas party the other day.
Yeah.
What was the gift you ended up with?
Oh man. So it was funny. I got a little tiny speaker,
yeah.
like my gift to give, right? A little speaker, and then on the bottom of the box, I left a copy of the Awesome Mix Volume 1 from Guardians, which I thought was awesome. But everybody's like, "Oh wow, cool!" And I was like,
The
"Okay,
tape?
yeah,
Like the actual tape?
no, like a CD,
Oh, okay.
yeah, physical media,
I have the tapes.
yeah." Anyway,
Oh, I do. That's
well,
pretty cool.
I gave that, and then there was a bunch of gifts floating around. One of them, I think, the one gift everybody was trying not to end up with was a 500-piece puzzle, for obvious reasons.
Why?
Why?
Puzzles are great.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
They're time killers.
A 500-piece puzzle.
Yeah.
Depending what's on the
Dude,
plate.
I do 1,000-piece puzzles with Sandra.
I could do a
When?
500
What do
piece
you mean
puzzle in like
when?
half an
When?
hour.
We have like Haunted Mansion ones, and we have a Mickey one. We have some at the house.
Wait, Delo, do you not do puzzles?
Oh man, So no, you know what's funny is that
How many pieces do you think are 500?
It's like at least more than 6. No, like hear me out.
He does like the 25 for the big
Yeah.
ones. Someone do the big-
Small anecdote. I don't think any of the people involved are gonna like watch the podcast or see this. There was a girl I liked back in like high school, and
That's what I like about
it. Was
it.
funny because during that time, I made a joke with people because again they would always watch these shows or they'd watch something. It's always been my problem, and they'd be like, "What do you mean you haven't watched this? Like, what are you doing at home?" And I'm like, "Puzzles." And that was like all I did. Like I was just like, "Oh, I do puzzles," and they were like, "That's such a stupid hobby." I never did puzzles, but there was this one girl, and a girl I liked at the time, and she was like, "Oh my god, you do puzzles too?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do.
That's
I
how you
do
connect
all
with
the
it?
puzzles." And then she's like, "Oh, that's crazy." And then I remember one time, like during lunch, she drops like 100 pieces in front of me, and she's like, "Which corner do you want to get first?" And I'm like, "What the hell is about to happen?" But yeah, that was probably like one of the only times.
long
That was cute.
Yeah.
Take your shirt off, bro.
That was one of the only times I did puzzles.
His beanie went straight up.
Yeah.
Dear Penthouse.
So anyway,
Hey, what's the
what gift did you end up with?
I ended up with a Stein glass, but inside of it, it had this little bottle that you add vodka to it, and it infuses it with like lime, cranberries, and all that kind of stuff. It's one of those like fun little like cocktail infuser things, but it's in like a little glass bottle. And I actually, before coming here, I filled it up and put it in the freezer and like shook it up and everything. So yeah, that was awesome. And I remember like after I got that gift, because somebody originally I had opened up a like one of those bags when you're gonna go like camping. It's like a freezer bag or something like that, like a cooler bag. And I got that, and then somebody like, "Oh, I want that," and they gave me like the Stein. I'm like, "This is awesome! Like I'm gonna go make this the second I get home." So I was happy with it. But yeah, that's what I won.
Nice.
Fantastic.
I got a blanket
Really?
At work or what?
for White Elephant or whatever.
Holy shit! I probably got the coolest gift ever.
What'd you get?
I got a 115 can refrigerator, mini fridge.
Oh, nice.
115
Really?
can? Oh, shit.
That
nice.
ain't a mini fridge, homie. That's a full
Yeah,
fridge.
yeah, it's kind of big though. Yeah, yeah.
But like, for White Elephant?
yeah.
At work
Oh
or
no,
what?
for as gift.
No, I didn't get a puzzle for. Oh my god, no. White Elephant. White
thinks
Elephant.
we're losers.
I know.
White Elephant gets
He's like, what a loser. Your best Christmas a blanket?
I got it from work. I think you guys said, but when you play White House.
I got a rock.
I know. He's looking at us like, wow, I had the best Christmas. I didn't get a blanket like that kid over there.
Oh my
Or
god.
a bottle where you have to put liquor in to enjoy it.
They give you a handgun too?
I know. Jeez, man.
Yeah.
I
A
guess
Christmas
that's it.
Story.
Wow.
Merry
You know what?
Christmas,
This
everybody.
happened- no, we got to change this. This happened last year, too. Last year, for Christmas, I picked Family Man, and this is the exact same note it ended on. It was just like, okay, guys, that's Delo's pick. Have a Christmas. You know, we just walked away.
I said this
I want
film
you to
is great.
sing.
You want me to sing?
Sing something.
Do not sing the last song of the film.
What's the last song of the film?
Last one.
Oh, rah, rah.
Rah, rah,
Ringo
rah, rah,
Bell.
rah, rah.
Oh, God.
What do you sing, Lady Gaga?
Sit down.
Anyway,
Holy
okay.
shit.
Well,
By the second note, I was like, is he singing Lady Gaga?
I know.
This
I was
bad
letting him.
romance
I was
movie.
letting him correct himself, and he didn't. He just took it from by the
Sounded
fifth
right, it
rock.
sounded
I was
right.
like,
Go
yo.
with it.
all right. Well,
It sounded
thank
right.
you for
All right,
watching.
let's all sing Silent Night on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Silent
Night.
Holy
Night.
night. All is
Night.
gone.
all this night.
You know,
No, Austin's right. We're gonna be doing documentary month.
Yeah.
We got 5 great documentaries picked out for you
So
guys.
if
that
you
we're
thought this episode was crazy, wait for documentary.
we're starting with Side by Side.
Yeah.
Are we really?
Yeah.
We're starting by side. A great.
No,
we're starting by
with,
Side by
Yeah, we're
Side.
starting by Side by Side.
We buy
We're
side by
starting
side.
by side.
Are you going to be side by
This
side?
this is kicking in.
Hey, our poor audio listeners.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Losers
we're
who
gonna
listen
start
to
with Side
audio.
by Side, and it's a great film documentary that we're gonna tackle. We for those asking, I don't know when we're coming back to the cafe. We'll keep you guys posted as the progress comes along. We're supposed to have an episode there in January, but if the renovations aren't finished, then we won't know. However, I think that our cafe date
Oh.
is going to change. I don't
But-
think it'll be Fridays anymore. Unfortunately, I think it's going to be Saturdays now.
Saturday.
So,
But keep
we'll see.
following Aaron and George's Film Cafe for updates on when they come back.
Yeah.
Because I know that they're gonna finish the renovation and they'll be back before we'll be there probably. But
Hopefully,
Yeah.
hopefully that's the goal. They got major renovation, so hopefully,
Yeah.
Bigger and better.
yeah, absolutely.
They're gonna have like
Yeah.
a bouncy house now.
yeah,
dude,
crazy.
and like no one's invited. Like it's private property on the bouncy house. Yeah, it's really
We're doing the podcast from the bouncy house. That's the great part.
yeah.
It's
No
simple.
one's gonna be able to.
No girls allowed.
no girls at
No
all.
Sandra.
No Sandras in general allowed.
Yeah, no Sandys.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Merry
Documentary.
Christmas,
Oh yeah,
everybody.
Merry
Christmas,
Christmas,
everybody.
Happy Hanukkah. I know it just finished.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Merry Kwanzaa.
Is it Merry Kwanzaa?
Um,
Happy New Year.
Kwanzaa. Happy New Year to you
We'll see
all.
you
Thank
guys
you guys
next
for
year.
sticking around on the
Yeah.
WatchTower Film Podcast. For joining
God,
us to
can you
talk
believe
cinema.
it? One more year of cinema.
You sound
Anyways,
you sound
thank you
like
very
a
much, everybody.
bad after school special.
Everybody
Merry
sing
Christmas.
Rudolph.
Thank you guys for joining us.
Bye,
We'll see you
guys.
next year. Good night.
All right, now sing Rudolph. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer
Silent night.
had a very shiny nose. And if you ever saw it, you could see
Frosty
it
the
go.
Snow.
Rah, 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 rah.
Roma, Roma, ga, ga, ooh la la. A stupid romance.